Well, hello there. My name is Beth Green, also known as Granny Rocks,
And this is James Maynard, otherwise known as Sweet Baby James.
and tonight I'm going to be talking about what you should do if your hopes are crushed. Not that that ever happens to any of us, right? So I'm really looking forward to talking to you, but before I do, let me turn this over to Sweet Baby James, who is going to share with us something about our program.
Yes, you have come to Granny Rocks, where we have the opportunity to listen to Granny's wit, wisdom, and uncommon sense. And we air every Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So stay tuned, and here's Granny.
And I would like to point out to you something that this time I remembered to turn off the speaker. So how do you like that? And Elizabeth said hi there, and she said no.
Lizzie.
Hi there, Elizabeth. And Yassine said hi, and hi
hi,
out to you
Yassine.
with lots of hearts in a rose. I love it already. So, hope is really important. It keeps us looking forward. It keeps us young. It's like, oh, it's about the future. Somebody whose name is in Arabic said, good morning. I
And
think
good
it's
morning
Arabic.
to you.
So anyway, good morning to you, whoever you are. I couldn't possibly read or pronounce the name. So I'm so delighted. Anyway, okay, so as I say, hope is really important. It can be very motivating, and it keeps us young because it keeps us focused on the future rather than on the past. Oh no, I've lost this and I've lost that. And oh, Karen sends us a hi with a green heart, and I love that. And Tracy said, hola, with a smile and hearts, and I love that too. Thank you so much. So, I don't even have to hope that they are here. I know they're here. That's wonderful. So, Amy said, this sounds like a great topic. Thanks, love to you both.
Love
and
you too.
Muneta says hi. And Muneta, hi back to you.
Hello, hello.
Whoever you are, wherever you are. So, I'm so glad to hear from people already. That's delightful. So, sometimes our hopes are dashed or crushed. That means you get it. It ain't going to happen.
That's right.
Sometimes it takes a long time to figure out that it ain't going to happen. But you finally get it. It's not going to happen. So what do we do? So I'm going to give you the short answer, and then I'm going to give you the long answer. So the short answer is find a new hope. Right?
Yeah.
Very simple. Now I'm going to give you the funny, silly short answer. As you know, my hair has become an important topic in this program. I have never in my life given more than maybe 15 seconds attention to my hair. In fact, often less than that. But as it's grown out with the coronavirus, it's like, oh, what am I going to do with it? So now this is the silly one, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping the coronavirus ends so that I can get a haircut. Well, if that hope has been dashed, I could hope for something else. Like I could hope for figuring out a way to wear my hair as it is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
As, for example, tonight.
Exactly. This, by the way, is the belt of a kimono, a genuine kimono that was given to me by a Japanese woman many years ago. Anyway, isn't that fun? So, I want to go into greater depth about this, though. So, Luann said good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Luann, very nice to see you, too. So, let's take a look at what you were hoping for. And then we are going to move from there. So, this came out of a very poignant experience of mine today. That I was hoping for a certain thing to be a certain way. And then I finally realized that it wasn't going to be that way. And so I had a choice of either getting or I had to switch hopes, right? But it was more than that. I had to analyze it. So let us start with the analysis. What was it you were hoping for? And why did you hope for that? Okay, so let me give you, for example. Oh, Albuani sent love, and he wrote something in Arabic, and roses, and he wrote something in Arabic, which we
He's sending lots of love right now.
That's
lots of
right.
hearts.
We will be able to translate his comments after the show, but Facebook doesn't translate it in current time. So we have people from all over the world already. How wonderful. So what was I hoping for? Well, I was hoping that a group of people were going to do something for me that I felt that I needed. And he's got a very cute, he just sent me a very cute image that looks like a guy with a box.
It looks like SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Anyway, that goes.
You got to keep up with those kitty comics.
I'm not there. So I was hoping that some people would help me with some project, right? So the first question I had to ask is, why was I hoping for that?
Yeah, why were you hoping for that?
Ooh, who wants to ask that question, right? So
you just want it because you want it.
I want it. Well, I don't know. I have to look inside to find out why I want it, right?
Good.
So
that sounds more enlightened.
Didisa said, "Hi there, hi there to you," and sent all kinds of hearts. Hi there to you too. So I was hoping for this help. Now, why was I hoping for that? Island says hello to you too, and hello to you.
Island.
Also, Island, so glad to see you. So, this was not the case for me, but sometimes we're hoping for something because we want revenge. Ooh, our husband has been unfaithful, and we hope that that woman crushes him, right? Or humiliates him, or leaves him, or then takes his money and runs to Venezuela, right? So we may be looking for revenge. Is that a good motivation for that hope?
Doesn't sound like it.
I don't think so. Now, we could be hoping for ease, like, oh, make this easy for me. That's more like it for me. It's like, oh, I was hoping that you would do this to make it easier for me. I was hoping that someone could do for me what I didn't want to do for myself. Now that's embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting the idea? When you start looking inside, you begin to realize why you were hoping for something. It's not that simple. Oh, I was hoping for this and I deserve to have it and all of that. And Jose says you are very nice. God bless you. Oh,
thank you, Jose. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Amy said, is this video starting and stopping every few minutes or even seconds? For anyone else, it happens when I watch on my phone too. And Albueno, I don't know. Albueni says,
yeah.
Good morning, roses, dear Beth. Oh, how nice in English. He wrote to me in English. And so I so appreciate that. I can feel the love. So I hope that it's not stopping and starting for other people. It could be your internet, honey. Or maybe it isn't. So I'm hoping it's your internet, so that means that everybody else is getting a good stream. Elizabeth said, video is running fine here, so that's cool. Thank you. What I was hoping. So no stops and starts here. Erica, Tracy, I'm not having any issues with the video. Amy. Okay. So supposing working good for me, says Island. Okay, I think we got it. We're good. So someone could do something for me that I didn't want to do for myself. Like, I'm really hoping that you'll take out the garbage tonight, because I don't want to. Right? So it's something I don't want to do. Is that a good motive? Not necessarily. Now, sometimes I want someone to do something that I can't do myself. Now, that is different. If I really can't do it, I can really understand hoping that you'll do it for me. On the other hand, maybe I need to look for somebody else. Maybe it isn't your job to do that for me, and I need to find someone else, and it feels hopeless to find someone else. But it's hopeless because it's really not your job, or you don't really want to do it. Jose said, I see you play the piano. I do too by ear. I do not read music. I really, as you play with all your heart. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, tonight I'm talking, but I do play the piano. Thursday night. Going to be playing again.
Dreams of Peace program.
So now sometimes I was hoping that these people would do this because I was trying to avoid something. Maybe I had to confront my fears in order to do it myself. Oh, fears of rejection, or fears that I won't succeed, or anything like that. So I'm avoiding something. Not a good reason to hope that someone else does it, do you think? Or sometimes I'm avoiding, we're talking about avoidance now, confronting the person who is actually supposed to do it. That was very interesting. You know, after this meeting, and I looked at it and I said, okay, my hopes are dashed. I'm crushed. So I thought, well, maybe it's not their job, because it really isn't. Maybe it's Sweet Baby James' job. And then I had to confront him, but he already figured it out.
Yeah,
that was the miracle.
And I had already taken it on.
He had taken it on. He figured out that he was the one who's supposed to be doing these things. And that's a really good thing. So, sometimes you're avoiding learning something scary or hard, or not in our comfort zone. Oh God, do I have to learn all that technology and all that computer stuff? Yeah, a lot of times that's exactly what we need to do. You know why? Because then we know how to do it ourselves. And we're not dependent on other people for something we can do ourselves, right? So sometimes it may be scary or hard or not in my comfort zone, but it doesn't mean that I can't do it. But if I'm hoping somebody else does it, then, you know, I'm not trying to learn. Sometimes I'm hoping to avoid consequences. For example, we had our car, the battery drained, we had it jumped, we couldn't fix it ourselves, and then we left it and let it get drained again. So we were hoping the car would start, right? Well, we were just trying to avoid a consequence that really was a reasonable consequence for our behavior, a learning experience. And Albwani has sent us more loves and roses and wonderful symbols. So we may want to avoid consequences, or the consequence may be that somebody gets angry at us for asking them to do their job. So I'm hoping, I mean, haven't you done this? Oh, I hope somebody at the office does this so I don't have to confront my employee or my boss or somebody else. So you see, there's a lot of reasons that we can hope for something that are not healthy. So we get to ask this question: was that the right hope for me? So I want you to be thinking about this. You know, what have you been hoping for? Is this really the right hope for you? Or are you looking for revenge, ease, somebody who could do something for me that I didn't want to do, or I felt that I couldn't do and didn't want to have to look? Was I trying to avoid something, confronting my fears, confronting the person who is supposed to do it, having to learn something scary or hard or not in my comfort zone, avoiding consequences such as the car not starting, right? And Erica said, yes, I hope to avoid confrontations. Yes, indeed. That's not a very good motivation for hoping, is it? So was that the right hope for you? Probably not. So Island said, good question. Thank you, Island. So what would happen if your hope had been realized? Ooh, maybe in this case, the people that I was counting on would do it for me. And I wouldn't have any of that learning. That's not good. Now, so what would happen if my hope had been realized? Maybe I wouldn't grow. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Now, Erica said not. I think that this is not the right hope for her. What could happen instead if the hope is crushed? Maybe you get to grow. Maybe you get to feel empowered instead of sitting there always hoping that somebody else does this for you. Okay, I am a very wealthy woman. I am not a very wealthy woman. But so we have another person with, looks like some name in another language, maybe Arabic, sending us all kinds of love and all that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
What could happen instead is I could grow, and not only that, I would feel so empowered because I learned how to do this myself, or the person that I'm working with who is supposed to do it could learn how to do it. So the question that I am raising here is, could you hope for the same thing but with a different approach? For example, I am hoping to get my work out to more and more people, but the way I've been trying to do it is not working. So could I hope for the same thing? If that is the right hope is to get this work out to more people. What different approach could I bring to this, right? Or, by the way, that person who is writing in whatever language this is, maybe Arabic, maybe Farsi, I don't know. And I will see your comment later, because the great thing about Facebook is they will translate this after, not on the live stream, but I will answer everybody's comments after the show. Sometimes right after the show, sometimes not right after the show, because I have a group after the show. But I will get to you. Should I shift to a totally different hope? And that's back to my hair. Right, instead of hoping that the coronavirus is over so that I can get a haircut, silly, I could hope for a different approach to my hair. Or having more fun with it, or a different approach to getting my work out. So what do you think of that? You know, so the short answer, as I told you before, was find a new hope. Don't go down, you know, I can want my little dog who died, what is it now, 10 weeks ago. I can hope that he comes back. Or I can hope that I find a new dog who brings a new energy into my life. Or I can find some other things that bring me joy. Maybe I need to find something that makes me happy other than a dog. You see what I'm saying? So I'd like you to think for a moment. Have you had one of your hopes crushed.
Well, with the coronavirus, that pandemic going on, so many hopes have been blocked, completely blocked. Stay-at-home orders, you can't get a lot of these things done. You can't shop for a lot of those things you would have liked to have shopped for. You have to be more resourceful in meeting your basic needs.
Exactly. And some people are hoping that the medical establishment and the hospitals will give them what they need in order to do their job. And Albuene said, I hope to God that you will always be healthy and shining like the morning sun. I hope so too.
I hope so too.
But if I don't, I'm going to find a way to change my hope. So, for example, if I can't be healthy and shining like the morning sun, I am going to find a way to be happy and to be helpful anyway, because I can always come up with a new hope. So the people who are on the front lines of the coronavirus, they're realizing that they can't hope that the healthcare system is going to take care of them. And they're beginning to organize. They're getting a voice. They're fighting back. This is something that they probably should have done a long time ago. Really assert themselves. So instead of hoping that the healthcare system will take care of them, or that the hospital will take care of them, or that the government will take care of them, they can hope that they can find solutions, that they can unite and find solutions that actually work so much better. So you think about it. You think about your dashed hopes, and you think about what you could hope for instead. Keep on hoping, guys. But let yourself shift. So would you like to share with us a little bit about what's coming up?
Well, yes. Tonight, for example, we're going to have our group discussion, Seeing Through New Glasses, which is a follow-on from this show, where we could go more deeply talking about this and Monday's show themes. Tomorrow at noon, we're having a peace, spreading the peace support group around the coronavirus, led by Beth. And this has been wonderful, a wonderful experience. 12 noon Pacific time. You can't just catch it on Facebook. You need to go to the post of this show where it talks about that upcoming event. And just click on the link and register, and then you'll get to be on the video conference where we all get to see each other and talk to each other. And then tomorrow night, Dreams of Peace music by Beth. And it's really beautiful music, really wonderful. It really helps people feel a profound sense of greater peace, greater wholeness. It certainly does that for me. And many people have reported that as well. So join us if you can. And if you can't be there at that time, these programs are all saved on Facebook, and the music program is saved on YouTube.
So Island says, I hope this virus brings about changes for the better. I think we better do more than hope, Island.
Yeah.
I hope that we all find the strength, those of us who have that strength, that we find it within us to do more than hope, but to actually fight for that better world.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for being with us tonight. I look forward to our Seeing Through New Glasses program. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I hope to play the piano for you tomorrow. And I've got all kinds of ideas about things that I can do to help our planet, and I'm not just going to sit around and hope. I'm going to fight for them, and I'm going to fight for myself, and I'm not going to sit around and wait for somebody else to do it for me. And that's what I'm going to do. And sweet baby James has committed to doing the same.
That's right.
And that would be more than I ever hoped for, that we could partner. So you just never know. So thank you so much for being with us tonight and every week and Monday and Wednesday for Granny Rocks, and for on 6:30 p.m. Pacific time and 7 p.m. Thursday night Pacific time for Dreams of Peace and our show. And you just keep looking out, because we are not done. And that isn't a hope. That's a promise.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. We love you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
That's right.